Hello there, my Purple Banditos, and welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon Glazed. I'm PurpleRodri. Today we're going to continue catching the legendary Pokemon in this game. Now, we only have a couple left, and we should be able to wrap them up. Now, the first thing we're going to do, we're right outside of Violet City. We're going to go in search of Latios. Now, we've already found Latios, just randomly running around as we were just surfing through some random routes. And today, we're going to go ahead and try to find Latios. Now, he just told us that it's going to be right outside of Southerly City, so we're gonna have to go look for this little Latios. I told you guys that Latios isn't the roaming type anymore, so he's not running around in patches of grass. He's actually a Pokemon that's gonna be stationary, located in a random spot in this game, so I'm gonna have to look for him. Now, there aren't many spots here in Southerly City, so I wonder where exactly this little guy could be. Let's go ahead and check out near the Espo clearing. I think that's another place where it could be, and I don't know where else it would be. There we have it. So very cool. We found Latios. That was actually much more simple than I expected.
I'm Latios. Let me guess. You want to battle me? All right, I'm down for that. Let's just see if you're as tough as you look.
Here we go, Rodri versus Latios. So let's go ahead and take on our first legendary Pokemon of today. As I mentioned to you guys too, we are going to be finishing up catching all of the Hoenn legendaries, which are the only ones that we have left. So the Hoenn legendaries turn out to be some of the most difficult ones just because of all the requirements to catch them. So with that, guys, we have gone ahead and caught Latios. So that is a very good start to our adventure. I'm actually really happy about that because I thought Latios was going to be much harder for us to catch. Let's go ahead and give this guy a nickname. We are going to go ahead and call this Latios Telly. So with that, Telly has been sent to the PC, and we are ready to go look for our next legendary Pokemon. Next up, we're in Cianwood City. We're going to have to do a little bit of backtracking. I say that, but we've sort of been backtracking all over this place. I've also picked up a couple repels because I think they're going to be much needed inside of this place. So we are back inside of Cliff Edge Cave, and it is in this cave that we are going to make our way to another little area we haven't explored. So if you guys remember, last time we obtained the Ruby, the Sapphire, and the Emerald, and those three gems are going to help us go after Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza. And in order to make our way to where they are, we do have to climb through here. So just make sure that you guys have everything prepared to be able to go in search of these legendaries. I think it's very cool to run around and explore these little caves. Imagine if you were a trainer and if our world was the Pokemon world. How cool would it be if you had the chance to go into caves and explore and surf on your Pokemon's back and all these sorts of things? That would be such an awesome time. What I would give for Pokemon to be real, to just be able to just fly around and explore these places and look for legendary Pokemon that are hidden away in little caves. Who knows where they could be? Who knows where Groudon, Kyogre, or Rayquaza would be in our world? Because it is so huge. They could be in some, little cave in South America, and we would have to run down there and, go through this little cave. That would be so freaking cool, though, if that was the world we live in. But I guess for now, at least, we do get to explore it here in these games. We get to live it through these games, which is also really cool. Now, I believe we're very close to the exit. I hope. There we go. Okay, so now let me check where we are. We are in Route 47, so I know we have to head down. So this must be the cave we have to take. Let's head down to the first floor. We literally have to be on the sea floor to be able to surf around and find what we're looking for. So this must be it. Very cool. I thought this one was going to be a little bit more difficult to find, but it actually proved to be quite easy, and there it is. So make sure that you guys have rock climb for everything, because it's something that you're really gonna need. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we have officially made it to the embedded tower inside our Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza, and it looks like this guy doesn't want to let me get inside. Yo, hello. Okay, so with that, let's go ahead and take our first steps inside of the embedded tower. Now, let's go ahead and run into the first level. As you guys can see, ooh, we have a big guy up ahead. Let's go ahead and challenge him.
Roar, do you fear the mover of continents, the god of land, Groudon, and you dare disturb me during my lava soak? I ought to teach you a lesson, punk.
Here we go, Rodri versus Groudon. So let's go ahead and take on the big guy, the Groudon, the one who takes baths in lava. That is how much of a, hard, tough guy he is, because he can just sit in the lava all day and just use it as a way to relax. Let's go throw the Master Ball then, and that'll be very, very good to catch. So I'm so happy we caught this one. This is actually considered to be the third most difficult legendary to catch in this game because of everything you have to do to catch Groudon. So with that, we caught the continent Pokemon. We're gonna give this guy a nickname, and we're gonna go ahead and call him something that I guess it does not make sense. I'm gonna call it a little bit of a combination of lava and magma. So take a quick guess of what it's gonna be. This is a weird nickname. We're gonna call this guy Lagma. We're gonna send him to the PC, and now that we've caught him, we can actually head back out. Now, you guys saw there's a ladder to the sky and a ladder down below. Now, you can take a quick guess what the ladder down below is gonna lead us to. It's gonna lead us to Kyogre, because of course Kyogre is not gonna be up above, and woo, this is actually very creepy. It almost looks like the sea floor. So we have made it to the bottom floor of the embedded tower.
Do you know the power of the sea, human? Right now, we are thousands of feet below the sea. I would survive these walls were to collapse, but you would not. But yet, you do not seem afraid. You think water's weak? I'll show you the true terror of the sea.
Here we go, Rodri versus Kyogre. So let's go ahead and take on the second legendary Pokemon here in the embedded tower. Very cool. So I'm actually really glad that these Pokemon aren't crazy leveled up too. Now, we do have the Master Balls, which makes this super easy, but for those of you guys that are going after these legendaries, I'm telling you, be prepared. Have a ton of Ultra Balls by the time you get inside of the embedded tower, because 3 legendaries inside of one area, it proves to be quite difficult, and it happens a lot in this game. With that, we got Kyogre, the Sea Bastion Pokemon. He is much bigger than Groudon, surprisingly. Let's go ahead and nickname the Kyogre as well, and we're going to call it another cheesy nickname, because that is what I'm going with today. We're going to call it Sea, as in the sea. So with that, we caught Kyogre, and it's time to make our way to the top of the ladder then, and go after Rayquaza. I love the fact that we never really had the chance to explore the embedded tower before. I don't think this is even an area that I saw, and I did not expect these legendary Pokemon to be hidden away here. I gotta tell you guys, Pokemon Glazed has done a fantastic job of just hiding away all these little legendaries and putting them in little places you wouldn't expect. I gotta give props to that. This game has been really, really good about that, and I have a lot of fun exploring areas. I think that's what makes games the most fun, to be able to just explore on your own. With that, we have Rayquaza up ahead.
Be careful, child. If you were to fall these cliffs, I can't guarantee I'd save you. What can I do for you, child? You want to battle? Ha! I'm your child against the god of the sky. I'll be sure not to beat you. Too bad, child.
Here we go, Rodri versus Rayquaza. So let's go ahead and take on Rayquaza. Here we go, Rayquaza! That is what's up with Rayquaza. And once again, we're just going to throw another Master Ball at it. I'm sorry this is how to go, Rayquaza, but there's so many legendaries in this game that we just have to do this. So with that, we have gone ahead and caught Rayquaza. Thank goodness for these Master Balls. And cool, with that, guys, we have gone ahead and finished up catching the legendary Pokemon in the embedded tower. That was much easier than I expected, and it was also a lot of fun. So we're gonna go ahead and call this guy another one of these weird nicknames, pretty much close to Green, but we're gonna call it Gree, just for fun. With that, Gree has been transferred to the PC, and it looks like we're done here in the embedded tower. So there's not much else that we can do in this place now that we've caught these legendary Pokemon. So we're gonna go ahead and make our way to our next place. It also looks like I can't fly here, which is a little strange. I don't understand how this game works. There are areas where you're clearly out in the open and you can't fly out of them, and then there are areas where you were clearly inside of somewhere and you can just go ahead and fly out of it like it's nothing. But with that, guys, we're gonna wrap things up here in the embedded tower, and let's go ahead and make our way to the next Pokemon. Next up, we are back here in Serenity Aisle to find our next legendary Pokemon. Now, the thing about this is we have to do a bit of a side quest inside of the Fusion Resort in order to be able to go after this legendary Pokemon, which is Jirachi. So this is going to be the side quest for Jirachi. We are going to have to make our way to the second floor and run some errands for one of the guests that is staying inside of this hotel. So let's see where this guest is, and let's talk to her.
You must be room service. Huh, I need something done. Tell my friend Diana that I will meet her at the pool in an hour. Don't dawdle now. She's on the 4th floor if you didn't know.
So Diana and this random guest are going to be the 2 people that we're going to be running a lot of errands for. And the main reason behind this is we just kind of obtain a reward after we finish this up. So this is just something we're going to be doing. So I'm just going to kind of do it in, just do it in a fast and hopefully easy manner. I know that they're going to be requesting a lot from us, so let's just hope that we can complete everything that we need to for these 2 guests. It's kind of funny that they just randomly would give a guest access to Jirachi. I don't know how that works or why that happened, but it's also a little bit of a throw off because it's kind of hard to figure that out. Who would have thought that a guest inside of the Fusion Resort would hold the keys to Jirachi? It just doesn't make sense. I hope you guys are having a good week, though. I know the week is just starting off yet again. We're just getting back to it again on a Monday. But as I've told you guys, you got to make the most of life on a Monday and just go after what you want. I actually head back to El Salvador this Thursday because I have a lot of things I need to take care of. I've actually been there these past couple months for a reason because I've had a lot going on with my life and with my family, you know, a lot of little personal reasons like that. So I'm heading back there just to take care of a couple more things, and I'm actually looking forward to it because whenever I go over there, I always have a great time eating and spending time with my family. I gotta tell you, I love food. And I enjoy it so much when I go over there, just get to eat some of the most delicious meals I've ever had. I think for my taste buds, it's just those meals that I grew up with that really stand out. So to this day, all those little meals I had as a kid, whether it was steak or shrimp or, you know, some typical food from El Salvador, it's something that really has stuck with me, and I love it. It's my favorite type of food now. So whenever I get the chance to eat it, I'm like, you know, I should probably, you know, not be eating this. I'm trying to lose a little weight, you know, how everybody's trying to be these days. But then I just get there and the food's in front of me. And I gotta tell you guys, I can't hold back. I can't hold back. There is something about delicious food that you can't pass that up. And you know what? I don't care. Just enjoy it. If you see some delicious food sitting there in front of you, don't even think about it. Just eat it. Just don't even think about it. Just enjoy it, guys, because, you know, that's what life's all about. You got to make the most of it. If you're going to put on a couple pounds from eating some delicious food, there's no better way to do it, you know? By all means, if I'm going to put on a couple pounds from eating some chicken wings and pizza, I will take that any day. But it's also good to stay healthy. It's also good to work out. So it's just, you know, it's good to have a little balance of both. I definitely like to keep in good shape as I can. So I think it's always good to balance things out. You know, I think it's good to get in a routine for these things and get them going. So I just thought I would at least tell you guys not to completely go overboard with the food, but, you know, try to balance it out with a little working out too, I would say. So with that, she's asking us for a super potion. We are almost done running these little errands, guys. So we just need to pick up a super potion now for this chick, and we should be pretty good to obtain what we need to. So let's just go ahead and run back down. Now, there is still one more legendary Pokemon that I want to go after, Jirachi. And I've told you guys about some of these legendaries. I knew that they were going to be really, really difficult, and they really proved to be. It was just, there were so many of them. Who would have thought there would have been this many legendary Pokemon in Pokemon Glazed? And I told you guys that we do have to catch them because we pretty much need them to beat the game completely. And that's what I'm going to be going after. So with that, we got the super potion, and finally, we should be able to finish up the last couple bits of the side quest and make our way to where we need to be. That's actually pretty fun though. I love running around doing little things like this, even though they're a little bit tedious and can get a little bit frustrating if they go on for too long. I appreciate side quests. I think we would have never had the chance to explore the Fusion Resort this much. So let's go ahead and give her the super potion. And it looks like we're done with Diana, so hopefully the other girl will finally give us access to Jirachi. I don't know who she is, the keeper of the keys, the holder of the entrance to Jirachi, but for some reason she has it. So let's go ahead and talk to her.
Very well, I have no need for room service. Wait, I believe I have my bathing suit on the 4th floor.
Are you kidding me? Okay, so now we have to find the bathing suit on the 4th floor. I've already done so many things for her, and now she wants us to find the bathing suit? Okay, where the heck am I supposed to find the bathing suit? I know that it's supposed to be a little bit of a hidden item, so it's supposed to be hidden somewhere here on the floor. You're just gonna have to press around, guys. Press A and hope that you can find it, and I'm hoping that I can find it as well. Is it on, maybe it's on the rug? I think it's on the rug, by the way, guys, so just try to find it as best as you can. I think it's going to be here somewhere in the rug. I don't know where else this thing would be. All right, come on, bathing suit. How hard would it be to see a bathing suit on a carpet? I mean, come on. This should not be that difficult for our guy. He even has goggles. This guy should be able to find this bathing suit like it's nothing. Come on, it's somewhere in this carpet. I just need to bump into it. There we go. So we found Melanie's swimsuit. I knew it was somewhere there, so just make sure you guys click around. Let's go drop this off then. And I'm actually really excited to go after this legendary Pokemon because it has took quite a while to get here. So with that, we're going to talk to Melanie once again, and she's going to go ahead and give us a little bit of compensation. We have obtained the wish ticket, and now the wish ticket is what's going to allow us to go after Jirachi. So she also disappeared. So what is she, like a wizard? She just completely disappeared from this place like it's nothing? Okay, I mean, she probably had a little bit of magic to her. There's probably got to be some mystery behind her, and we are actually really close to where we need to be because we can just take the docks here straight to where Jirachi is, which is actually really, really cool. Now I just need to find which one of these guys takes us back. It should be this one. So we are going to go ahead and make our way to Ocean View City first of all. And then it's there from Ocean View City that we'll be able to connect to where Jirachi is. So we are really, really looking good. All right, now in Ocean View, you got a wish ticket? Yes, we do. And it is here with the wish ticket that we have arrived on Wish Island in search of Jirachi. And this is very, very cool.
Eep! When did humans discover my secret island? I guess only showing up once a millennia has its downsides. Wait, put those Pokeballs down!
Here we go, Rodri versus Jirachi. So let's go ahead and catch the wish Pokemon, the witch Pokemon. Yeah, that's what that Melanie chick was doing in that hotel. She's probably got some, you know, some witchery going on with her. Let's throw the Master Ball, though, and catch this Jirachi. Pretty simple catch, as it's only level 15. Much more simple if you have Master Balls. With that, Jirachi was caught, so good for us, guys. We are one Pokemon away from catching everybody. We're going to go ahead and call this little guy just something very simple, something that goes with Jirachi's nature. So we're just going to go ahead and call this Pokemon. You guys can probably guess what I'm going to call it. I'm just going to go ahead and nickname it Wish. With that, Wish has been transferred to the PC, and it looks like we're done here on this island. So now let's go ahead and make our way to the final Pokemon's location, and we are so close to finishing up with this. Okay, so last but not least, we are here in Alpha Isle, as we are going to have to make our way back to the Peaks of Alpha. Now, last time we did make our way to the Peaks of Alpha, we entered a code that opened up access to this cave to the right at the entrance to the Peaks of Alpha. So you had to put in a code that said not alone, and that's what gave us access to this. We explored this cave before, and it didn't have the feature to rock climb, so now we can rock climb, guys, and this is going to lead us to Deoxys. So I mentioned this to you before. Make sure that you take care of everything that you need to. You need to make your way to the top of the Peaks of Alpha and put in the code, because if you don't, you won't have access to this place. So I just want to make sure I'll let you guys know that, since we did take care of it in a previous video. So let's go ahead and surf around then and see if we can find Deoxys. I was told that this area, what the fudge? You guys like how we're still like surfing on top of our Goldeen, on top of our little fish? That is so freaking weird. It must be just a little glitch in the area. Okay, so now we're in the undersea grotto. I don't know much about this area, but I know it's a bit of a puzzle, so I'm just going to try to make my way through this puzzle and hope that we end up on the right side of it. I think going through the top of an area always works really well. That seems to have always worked for me, so I'm just going to continue going with that, and I hope that we could just find a ladder at the end of this, which will take us to where we need to be. I've never explored this cave before. We did find a ladder, though. Oh my goodness, no way, we already found the exit out of here. And oh my goodness, we did. So we have made it to just another place on Alpha Isle. I can touch this rock to get back to town, and Deoxys is up ahead. So with that, let's go ahead and talk to this guy, and he looks scary. I have no idea what he's saying, throwing out some numbers, but here we go. Rodri versus Deoxys. This is going to be the last legendary we catch from the Hoenn region. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. Let's throw out some Pokeballs. Let's make some magic happen against this Deoxys. He's level 60, and also, I am very, very glad that we made it through that path so quickly. I did not know where I was going, but if you guys follow it, you should end up here as well. With that, Deoxys was caught. And we have done it, ladies and gentlemen. Deoxys, the DNA Pokemon. Much shorter than all the other Pokemon. It's an alien virus. Let's go ahead and give this guy a nickname then. And I am very happy with the way things went. We're just going to go ahead and call this guy, we're just going to call him Deox. With that, Deox has been transferred to the PC. And we're going to go ahead and make our way out of here then. Now that we can use this rock to get back to town, which is very cool. Next time, guys, we will continue from here. We are going to continue going after one legendary Pokemon that remains. So we have caught all the legendary Pokemon in this game. We have one legendary Pokemon left. If there's anything else that you guys would like to see in this game, leave it for me in the comments. Make sure you guys leave me some tips. Give this video a like. Next time, we will be going after who should be the biggest of all Pokemon. So take a guess who that is. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Goodbye.